Hello again, everyone. Time for another update. And what I managed to do finally is convert one of my analog steam locos to digital. It's a Fleischmann BR50. A very nice runner, very smooth. Issue I had with doing the conversion is very limited space in the tender. I'm sure there must be easier ways of doing it, but I had to remove the lights in the tender, so they're non-operational. But that doesn't bother me too much, as long as it's moving and running on the layout. That's all that concerns me. So here you can see I've got it running with a very nice combination of old style Epoch 3, I believe, wagons. And as you can see, it just pulls them very nicely. This moves along at a nice slow speed, very smooth, no issues with it whatsoever. So I'm glad I finally managed to do that. I was actually worried that I wouldn't be able to convert this one and would have to get rid of it, which would have been a shame. But it's good, so it's running now, and you'll see it coming round again, but with a different set of wagons this time. Some coal wagons, which I think is what this should be pulling. It certainly looks, to me, what it should be pulling. But I believe that these engines pull all sorts of freight wagons, so it doesn't really matter. And these wagons, the loads were made by me. I'll show you coming up very shortly the original loads that came with these wagons. Very plasticky looking. I actually attempted to convert those, but they still look very uniform. All the wagons look the same, and that's not the look that I wanted. And again, I just love watching this going around the layout. So I sometimes just have it running, nice slow speed, and I just have the controlling the other engines. I still haven't had a chance to get my signals all automated yet. They're all still under manual control, so you will see some of my engines running through red lights, etc. So don't criticize me for that, please. It's on my to-do list to get everything set up. It is a little bit dark, some of the pictures. I've actually realized over the last few weeks I need to get some more lighting onto the layout itself, especially near the front of it. There's too many shadows, and sometimes it obscures the detail. But as you can see, here's the wagons disappearing into the tunnel, and we'll now have a look at the original loads. As you can see, you know, original plastic loads. As you can see, I'd actually covered them with some PVA and spread some fine coal bits and pieces, dust and what have you. But I still wasn't happy with how they looked. The humps, all too regular. Each wagon looked exactly the same. It just didn't look right. So in the end, I decided they had to go, and the realistic loads had to be made for them. And here they are in a little bit more detail, and I'm sure you'll agree they do look a lot better. One thing I've tried to do is make them all slightly different, different levels. Some of them got some of the loads missing. Some of them are heaped, some dipped. So it just gives that a bit of variety, which I think looks more realistic. So there's one, for example, where it's a dip in the load. Whether that ever happened in real life, who knows? But, you know, I'm always a great believer in, if it looks good and you're happy with it, then it's fine. Go with it. So that's my coal loads. Along with the wagons, which were weathered as well to make them a bit grimy and covered in coal dust. Here's some pictures of some of my container wagons and the 20-foot containers that I weathered. Looking at them now, these are extremely heavily weathered containers. I used to work many years ago and deal with containers, and some of them were in this condition. Primarily used in the offshore industry. The containers you see going on the big container ships are usually in much better condition. But again, it just adds a bit of variety. Some rust patches, the paint's been scratched and peeling on them. I'm happy with them. It just doesn't make them look like the plasticky, shiny containers that they originally were. Also weathered some of the actual wagons themselves. A bit of dust and grime on the bogies. And again, just to remove some of that plasticky looking feel that you see on the wagons. Here is some other wagons, I think Era 2 wagons, which I weathered and added some coal. I also painted the baseboards inside the wagons. These were all originally the same color as the wagons themselves, which was a sort of dark green. I painted them various tones of brown and dark black, just to give them that worn look. Sorry for the loud noise, that feels my V200 sound pulling the container wagon. Again, I'm a fan of these large diesel wagons, bucking engines. So again, this is another one of my favourites that I do like to have running around the layout. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to stop talking now and let you enjoy the sound.